Mayorga Coffee in Maryland is bustling. The air is thick with the fragrant aroma of roasting coffee beans, which are under constant watch to ensure the beans are roasted to perfection. And just to make sure they are, different roasts are tasted for quality.
Yeah, I like
the
that.
Quality of the bean, says Martin Mayorga, is directly related to the quality of life and land where the beans are grown.
When you look at a really high quality coffee, it's typically high elevation, shade grown, hand picked, hand sorted. To get to that quality, it requires a lot of the things that are ultimately good for the environment, good for the community, and good for the workers.
Fair trade and sustainability are not just marketing gimmicks. Labels such as these aim to make coffee consumers aware of what their purchase means to individual farmers and mill workers. Mark Montserrat is with the Rainforest Alliance's East Africa and South Asia program. He spoke to us from London via Skype.
It can really have a strong impact on what how the coffee is produced by just choosing one brand over another, by choosing a Rainforest Alliance certified brand over another. And because that directly translates all the way down through the supply chain to more sustainable practices.
The Rainforest Alliance certifies that coffee, tea, and cocoa grown in Africa, Latin America, and Asia are not only farmed sustainably, but that those who grow, pick, and dry the beans enjoy a better quality of life. This is especially important to Maryland coffee roaster Martin Mayorga, who grew up in Latin America.
Ultimately, what ended up happening was I started the business to help a family friend, really learned a lot about it and some of the inequalities behind it, and where the farmers really didn't have much opportunity to really evolve or grow, and felt an obligation really to go back and do something that would make some kind of a difference. I never expected it to be, anything more than me just going down there and trying to buy coffee and make them an extra few pennies a pound.
Internationally, coffee exports total more than 98 million bags. At 60 kilograms each, that's a lot of coffee. Brazil is the world's largest coffee exporter. More than 10%, though, comes from Africa. Ethiopia is the largest exporter on the continent, which is fitting because Ethiopia is the birthplace of coffee. But farming the highly sought-after Arabica bean has been especially destructive to the forest. Montserrat says about 30 years ago, farmers were encouraged to start growing coffee in the sun.
And so this has really been taken across the full spectrum to the point where people are only growing coffee under sun in some parts, and parts of Kenya are like this, where you have plantations that have absolutely no shade at all. They're very, very hot. The ground is kind of scorched bare.
Organizations like the Rainforest Alliance are encouraging farmers to return to shade-grown coffee, which is its natural environment.
And so I'm really trying to encourage farmers to re-establish the plant, the shade species, because and to find and to show them that actually shade in the long term, in this more sustainable production system, can provide benefits, not just in biodiversity conservation, but also providing a more balanced environment where they might not necessarily be dependent on agrochemicals.
For coffee roasters like Martin Mayorga, the Rainforest Alliance and some other certifications make his work a little easier and guarantees the consumer is getting what they paid for.
And the beauty of it is these certifications start at origin and are transparent all the way through to the point where we ship out.
The Rainforest Alliance has certified more than 90,000 farms for what they say is environmental, social, and economic sustainability. I'm VOA's Rebecca Ward for Going Green.